Hello everyone! Hello everyone, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. We have a very good pack to start, and that is because of the blue gold cards. Fractured Identity, Expressive Iteration, and Ashiok are all very strong, and Fractured Identity is the strongest by a lot, so we'll be taking that. Fractured Identity and Elspeth Conquers Death actually can be somewhat similar, in that they exile a really good threat permanently and then give you a threat. Fractured Identity is much better. But I would be very happy to get Elspeth Conquers Death on the wheel, and that's possible. This card does come around sometimes, but we will be taking the Fractured and be very happy about it. This is not a great pack to follow it up. We could always take a Probe. There's no good blue cards here. I mean, Probe is a fine blue card, but it doesn't really add much to your deck normally. The white card is also not great. Draga Tree Speaker is maybe the best card, and then there's also Golos, which actually is quite strong. The thing is, it's not that hard, even if you're base blue-white, it's not that hard to build your mana base in such a way with a few random lands that you can activate this. And if so, it's basically like 5 mana for a dude that's, 5 toughness. It's somewhat hard to kill. If they don't kill it, you just win, because you activate this and you should be able to win from that position. And then if they do kill it, you still get any land out of your deck. So you can get Shelldock Isle, Strip Mine, Raging Ravine. Yeah, let's take the Golos here. Obviously, we're going to prioritize mana fixing pretty highly in a Golos deck. Well, now we have a pretty bad pack again. There's no good. I mean, there are 2 blue cards, but neither are good. There's 2 white cards, but neither are great. I guess this card is pretty good if we can cast it. The best card in this pack is, I guess, Glorybringer. Maybe we just take a land. Yeah, I guess I'll just take a blue land here. I'm not super excited about this pick, but I think that's what we'll go with. Here we have... Okay, blue is cut. We should not be drafting blue. Honestly, we should probably... Well, we could be, like, base white splashing for Fractured Identity. And if that was the case, we could take either Windswept Heath or Elspeth. Elspeth keeps the Golo stream alive, but I don't want to force that if it's not going to work. But I guess, I mean, there's always going to be some color combinations that are open if we try to do 5 color. We just need to get really good mana for it. Elspeth versus Windswept Heath. I think we'll go with a Heath. If we're seeing a bunch of white cards wheeling, we could maybe pivot towards mono white or like basically mono white splashing blue, but I think even in that deck, Fractured Identity will be good, or Windswept Heath will be good, so I think it's worth taking this. And now we have a few options. There's Godless Shrine, which we can fetch with Windswept Heath, and that gives us pretty good Esper mana. There's also Wall of Omens, which is just a decent card. But I actually think Godless Shrine is pretty good. Whether or not we're doing 5-color Golos nonsense, Godless Shrine could help us. There is Pythian and Wasteland, but I think I'm going to take the Godless Shrine here. So now we have decent Esper mana. What do we take now? We could take Wrath of God. We could take the Draco Lich, but I think we go with Wrath of God first. Hydroid Krasis is good if we're like 5-color Niv Mizzet, but it's also very bad off of Golos. Let's take Wrath of God. Now we have Underground Sea, Dark Confidant, Soulfire Grandmaster. Sort of funny to have 2 rituals in the same pack. Let's just take the Underground Sea. We have very good Esper mana and like not many Esper spells. So we'll see where this ends up. I think we just take Night's Whisper here. Yeah, let's take Night's Whisper. This is really good card draw. Okay, I think we could just be Esper. This seems fine. Now we take Shriekmaw. Black looks pretty open. Ulamug is a good hit off of Golos, but it's a little too narrow. I think I'd rather have the versatile card. We could take Lava Claw Reaches if we want to try and do Golos, or we could take Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom is okay. It can be very good in some matchups. Yeah, I'll take the Bitter Blossom here. Lava Claw Reaches is fine, but I think like it's pretty early. We have 3 colors of mana very down already. This can grab a green source, so I'm not too worried about green. It's just red, and I would prefer to get a better red land, like ideally one that's fetchable. Because, keep in mind, I love Vanlands in general, including Raging Ravine, but it's a lot less impressive when you're not, like, we can't really activate it very easily. We're probably going to have, like, 1 to 2 red sources in this deck, So it's going to be pretty hard to activate Raging Ravine most of the time. Okay, here we could take... Showdown of the Scalds is just not that good. We have... Like, you want to be playing cheap spells with this. I think we take Oath here. Yeah, I'll take the Oath. Right now, it's pretty good for us if it only hits Golos and Shriekmaw. And, you know, it probably won't make the cut, but it would be sweet if we ended up with a deck that could support this. Blue is not looking very open. We haven't gotten any blue cards since our first pick, Fractured Identity. But that's fine. I mean, I'll happily splash for just Fractured, and then hopefully we can also pick up one or two more in the next two packs. I'll take a Hissing Quagmire. This is a good opportunity where we lose basically nothing, and that makes Golos better. It also could enable the Oath. I'll just take Oblivion Stone here. I don't think we're really a Kythian deck, and Oblivion Stone is good in some matchups. Take a Regrowth. Pyretic Ritual. Okay. Regrowth and Oath work fairly well together because Oath mills you a lot. So you get your big creature into play, and then you can regrowth your counterspell or something like that. Let's take a Mana Crypt. This card is really, really powerful. We do have a lot of cards that pay life already. So actually, this is not the best Mana Crypt deck, but I still think that's the pick. Otherwise, we could take some card draw in Memory Deluge or Treasure Cruise. Could take Breeding Pool, which would be good, actually. I would like this Breeding Pool. But yeah, we'll take the Mana Crypt. It's not... This isn't the best Mana Crypt deck, but this card is still just so broken. The way you want to abuse this is with, in my opinion at least, with 4 and 5 mana Planeswalkers. If you can just play, like, you know, turn 2, like Gideon, Ally of Zendikar, turn 3 Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, with no other setup. You could even play Bitter Blossom before that, potentially, to create flyers to block. And that's just so strong. But if you're using it to cast Wrath of God and then you just sit around with your Mana Crypt in play for 5 turns, that's where it's a little bit more of a liability. So we'll see. There actually is a world where we cut this Mana Crypt if our deck looks extremely reactive. But I'm hoping to get some more proactive threats, even though I don't have it yet. Ooh, well, deal. I mean, getting past power is pretty sweet. If this wasn't in the pack, we would probably take Deserted Beach. I don't think we're going to be able to support Force of Negation, probably. I guess we could take Corrosive Portal. But yeah, Mox Pearl is excellent. This pack is not great for us. This card doesn't really do anything, right? I mean, let's see. There must be some combos with it, but it's at the beginning of the next end step, so it's not really a combo card. I guess it's just like a Baneslayer Angel that makes your creatures hard to kill. This seems a little underwhelming, even though we are playing those colors. We could take Control Magic, but... This isn't really the kind of blue card that you want to play blue for. We already have good interaction for creatures. Like, this would be solid. It is a 2-for-1 often. But I think I'd rather just take the Murderous Rider here. Yeah, let's take that, and then maybe the Lisa Wheels. This could be weird. We could end up being, like, actual black-white, splashing blue for just, like, 1 or 2 cards. But Murderous Rider is a really good card. I'm happy to get that. Ooh, okay. That is absolutely perfect. I talked about it before. There's a Stoneforge Mystic, Myr Battlesphere. Myr Battlesphere is pretty good. We make a lot of mana, so, like, at least so far. We have a couple cards that do that, but Teferi is perfect. There's the Niv, but we're not really doing Niv stuff at this point. I think we just take the Bloodstained Mire. There's also Bayou, which I would like, and it would be sweet if we could play Wrenn and 6, but this has just got to be the pickup here. It can get blue, black, white, and red if we get a red land, so that is pretty sweet. Now, Seachrome Coast versus Hymn to Torok, and that's actually really close. I think I'm actually taking... Well, Hymn is likely to wheel. Black is pretty open, and Hymn is hard to play if you're not very heavy black, but it's also very strong. And it's one of those cards that just, like, has that pedigree that people recognize. Or base black deck. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, my brother's calling me. Hello? Hello? I'm recording a video right now. Do you have a quick thing? Okay. Well, I trust you to buy one for me, but hold on a second. We're going to take Hymn to Torok here. I think it's too good to pass. Sorry about that. Yeah, if, like, can we talk about it in, like, an hour and a half? Or you could get it now. If you think that, like, if you think they're good, I'm down to just get whatever you want if there's 2 tickets. Okay, sorry, but I think I do need to go right now. But sorry about that. We're going to take Verdant Catacombs here, which is a great pickup. This would be solid as well. I think this is worse. There's also Archon of Cruelty, but yeah, let's take the Verdant. Our mana is starting to look very good. And now we can take Elspeth, which is a great pickup. This deck actually looks like it can grind very well, even though I don't think of black-white as a great color combination in general. Now we can take a Banishing Light. That's a good pickup. We have a lot of 5s. I don't think we want the Archangel Avacyn here. Deserted Beach on the wheel. Seems pretty sweet. There's also Blooming Marsh, but let's just take the Deserted Beach. Lisa. I mean, we'll try it out. If there's ever a deck for it, it's this one, I guess. It is sort of sweet with Shriekmaw. I just realized that. You can evoke it and then immediately get your thing back. Now we'll take a land and a... I mean, Cabal Ritual is just bad, right? Like, bad for us. Yeah, I'll take a Niv. I don't think we're going to play it, but it's not impossible. So, right now, we still don't have any access to red mana. So, I am going to prioritize picking up a red land pretty highly in the last pack. I think Golos adds a nice dimension to this deck. I would also love to pick up a man land, or like some sort of value land that's actually in our primary colors. Even if it's just a Shambling Vent. 2 mana doublers at the end. We'll take the one that doesn't help our opponent. And Dragon Lord Atarka, which, funnily enough, could be playable in this deck. I mean, it's not yet, but we have a bunch of fetches, so we could easily pick up like 1 or 2 fetchable lands that would make Dragon Lord Atarka good. Okay, what do we want here? I wouldn't mind more card draw. We have no 1-drop, so I wouldn't mind some 1-drops. Thoughtseize would be great. Ponder is maybe good. Ooh, but there's a lot of good options here. Gideon would be strong. There's 3 lands that I would like. They're all fetchable with some of our lands. Ponder is good, and then there's Mind Twist. And we do have Mana Crypt and Mox Pearl. Yeah, I kind of feel like I just need to take the Mind Twist there. Although Gideon is very strong. And it's a really good threat to play early as well. Huh. I think it's between these two over the land or the Ponder. We don't have that much fast mana, but I think this card is still just too good. Yeah, let's take the Mind Twist. Hopefully Gideon comes around. I think they're both similarly likely to come around. Black and white are both reasonably open, but not super open. And both Mind Twist and Gideon are like, you know, Mind Twist is one of the better black cards, and Gideon's one of the better white cards. Also, I'm sorry, but I think after this game, I am going to call my brother back quickly. Hopefully, it shouldn't be more than 5 minutes or so. But, yeah, you can just fast forward ahead in the video for a little bit for that. Library of Alexandria versus Scrubland. Also, Toxic Deluge is decent. We already have a Godless Shrine. Actually, our mana is very good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 black-white sources already. Yeah, I don't think we need the Scrubland. It also might come around. Let's take Library. This is a very good deck for Library, since card draw is sort of our greatest weakness. Now we could take Mystic Confluence, which is really good, but it's a little hard to cast. There's also Riftwind Cloudskate, Chrome Mox, and Duress. Honestly, I think we might just take the Duress here. Yeah, I think having access to a little bit of cheap interaction is good. Now we have Duretti, which is interesting if we get a red land. It's very strong. We could take Shambling Vent, Hero's Downfall. Let's take Shambling Vent. I like having access to at least 1-man land. This makes Golos better. Now, even if they kill the Golos, we can still get... I guess we could get Hissing Quagmire before, but right now we can't activate that. Alright, a couple Signets, but we got to just take the Inquisition. This is very good for us. Recruiter of the Guard is not very good. It can't get... Yeah, it actually can get only Shriekmaw right now. So, yep, easy Inquisition. This is a good pickup. We can't play Counterspell, unfortunately. Wooded Foothills can grab currently nothing. We don't have any red or green fetchable lands. Is Sun Titan good at all? Not really. Kitesail Freebooter is not that good of a card. I think I'm just going to take Oust here. We're actually surprisingly light on creature removal for this sort of deck. We have Wrath of God. But this is usually, we're hoping to put this at Planeswalkers and then Shriek Maw. So actually, Alice seems decent here. Still really looking for a red source. Okay, I think we just got to take Needle Spires. Yeah, Needle Spires is a nice pickup. Monastery Mentor would also be actually very good here. Wait, are we going to have enough playables? Right now we have 18 spells. I think I'm gonna get greedy and take this. I really want to be able to have Golos. Well, immediately we get a Taiga. That's sort of hilarious. But let's just take Gonti. Now we already have our red source, so yeah, I think Gonti is pretty good here. Okay, now we got some more good lands. Overgrown Tomb or Temple Garden. They both make green. We're definitely heavier black than white. Overgrown Tomb can be fetched off of Windswept Heath, Bloodstained Mire, and Verdant Catacombs. And Temple Garden can only be fetched off of Windswept Heath and Verdant Catacombs. So yeah, let's take the Tomb. Toxic Deluge, Night of Autumn, or Elishnorn. Those are all reasonable considerations. I think I'm going to take the Toxic Deluge. This is going to solidify our creature matchup as very good. Yeah, we'll do that. Now we could take Maelstrom Pulse or Stirring Wildwood. I think I like taking the Wildwood here. We do need 2 more spells, but I think we'll be able to get them. And worst comes to worst, we have... Okay, yeah, perfect. Karmic Guide is a fine card. We're a little bit light on creatures, but the creatures we have are pretty high impact. Parallax Wave is potentially playable, but I don't want to have to play it. All right, I think... Are we playing Dragonlord Atarka here? Oh, no. Actually, let's just play Rakdos' Return. That's much better. Remnant Excavator actually could be good because we do have a lot of fetches, but I think Rakdos' Return is actually pretty nice. We have... Oh, well, actually, no. We don't have a green fetchable land. It's a lot easier to... it's a lot easier for us to get green mana than red mana. So, let's play Assassin's Trophy then. We need to play one more spell too, probably. Let's see. Regrowth actually seems solid here too. Now let's add some basics. If we did this, how would our mana look? Let's sort by color. So yep, heaviest black. We do have a lot of multicolor white cards. And then the green is only for these 2 cards, and there's no red mana at all, so obviously we don't need a mountain, and I don't think we need a forest either. Just, so yeah, black mana, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's great. I wouldn't mind a 12th with him to Torok, but 11 is totally playable in a deck with a lot of colors. For white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Totally fine. In fact, we could... I kind of want to have 1 basic planes, but that's more than I would feel comfortable with 1 fewer. For blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's totally fine for 2 blue 5 drops. We could even go to 6 again. I think we're going to have good mana on all the colors, though, so that's pretty sweet. For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We actually have more green than blue in the deck, or like more need for early green than blue in the deck now, but our blue cards are much better, so I think I will still run like this. And now I'll join the queue in a second, but I'm going to quickly call back my brother. Hey, sorry about that. I was mid-draft, so I couldn't really take the time off there, but I'm pausing now. What were we saying? What do you call about it? Yeah, what do you call about it? Okay. Like not sending a load. Nice. 1,500. Do you think that? I kind of feel like they're gonna go down, like maybe tomorrow. I think they'll go up right before the end potentially, but like it sort of I am sorry about that, people. My brother and I are coordinating buying tickets to go to the Atlanta Braves game for the World Series. I'm very, very excited about this possibility. It's currently Tuesday, which is the first day of the World Series, and it's between the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros, and the Braves are playing in Atlanta on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm planning on flying down with my brother, staying with my grandparents, and going to at least one of the games. But there's been some drama getting a ticket because we entered the online queue to buy the tickets like an hour before it opened up, and it was still, and then we were still really back in the line, and by the time we got to the front, they were all gone. So we're trying to scramble and figure out if there's some way we can get tickets, and that is what my brother was calling me about. That will actually mean I'll take a break from playing Vintage Cube. Right now, we have 10 trophies. I think that's like 4th or something. Very close to being in 2nd. And I was hoping to make a run at 1st, but we are not going to be able to play much while I'm in Atlanta. Ooh, great hand. A lot of early interaction. This Verdant Catacombs can grab Overgrown Tomb or something. Opponent is a fan. Actually, we're grabbing a Godless Shrine for sure. No way, it's him. I'm dead. All right. Opponent is a fan. That's always really fun to see. Good luck, Dolt to him. We will keep this hand. And yeah, I mean, this is like a... I haven't really played black-white mid-range in a while. I don't think this archetype is one that I would recommend going into. It often looks better on paper than it is in practice, but I think this build of it is actually pretty good. We have really good ways to attack the opponent's hand. So the problem is they, like, if we take apart their hand but have a slow clock because we're just, like, swinging for 4 or something with our 5-drop, then they can just top deck something, and, they top deck Ancestral Recall, and then all your Duresses and Inquisitions are pretty much invalidated. But this deck has some closing power and also some blue cards that, Fractured Identity and Teferi can get through that. So, yeah. This is, we'll see how it goes. Literally my dream come true. Ha. This is awesome. I love that. All right, we will untap and fetch. I don't love fetch shocking against white. They might be aggressive, but I guess we could get Underground Sea. We already have 1 white source. Yeah, I think that's... Well, we do have a double white card in hand. This is a 5-drop, though. I think... Yeah, I'm going to grab the Underground Sea. We're about to pay more life. I think there's a good chance they're aggressive. And we're going to draw a bunch of cards off the Night's Whisper. So lead on Inquisition. Tink. Oh, whoa. This is not the deck I was expecting. Okay, so what do we want to take here? I mean, Tinker's... Oh, ha. Concession. Jeez. Okay, well... I feel a little bad. This opponent was so nice and friendly, and then we just turn 1 Inquisition concede. So they're playing an artifact deck of some sort. Blue, black, white, Esper artifacts. Should be a decent matchup, actually. I think Hand Disruption is going to be effective here. We don't have much of a sideboard plan. Oath is definitely not good. Oblivion Stone could be good. It does take out artifact mana well. What do we not want? Shriekmaw's probably not going to be great. It's non-artifact. They might have stuff like Monastery Mentor or Consecrated Sphinx, but there's also a good chance they're just playing a bunch of Metal Workers and Worm Coils, and this card does nothing. We have a lot of creature removal. We can probably cut either Deluge or Wrath of God. Deluge is better against Blightsteel Colossus. Wrath of God, but it does pay a lot of life. Wrath of God is better against other stuff. Alice, I think, is good. It's good against a lot of Tinker targets. I think we'll just run it like this. Yeah, we'll submit. Amazing hand. We don't have black mana, but having a library and a Mox is great, especially on the draw. because now we get to library on turn 1 and then still like potentially play mocks or like be playing spells on turn 2. Whereas if you're on the play, you just like play library and pass, and then on your second turn tap your library. Then you only have 1 mana on turn 2. We will keep. Okay, well this is a scary start. Turn 1 Metalworker. All right, well this might be fast enough to just crush a library draw, but this hand doesn't do anything other than go on library on turn 1. We don't have the option to like. If we had a Thoughtseize, it would be an interesting. A Thoughtseize and mana to cast it. It would be an interesting decision about what to do there. But now, yeah, I mean, we could easily just get destroyed here. Oh, only 1 artifact. If they're just playing Is It Signet, that's fine. Then they have access to 3 mana for non-artifacts. 4 mana for non-artifacts. Fact or Fiction, okay. Oh, that's a lot of spells. Coercive Portal is the scariest. I don't really want to put the Signet and the Coercive Portal together. Let's go Wrath of God, Coercive Portal. Because Wrath of God is the least effective card against us. I don't really know which one they'll take here. I can imagine it going either way. We do have Trophy to kill the Portal, but I mean, I think they're going to have a lot of very scary permanents in their deck, and so, like, if we can get rid of this permanent without using our Trophy and then save this for something else, that'd be nice. Okay, they do keep that pile. This is basically a 1-card pile because Wrath of God is basically a brick. So we could win this, actually. This isn't as bad as I was thinking it would be. We could fire off Inquisition now. Ooh, that was a very good draw. Yeah, let's fire off the Inquisition, see what's up. Grabbing Overgrown Tomb, since we have plenty of white mana. Inquisition of Kozilek. Wow. Those are some very good cards. They don't have black mana right now, but it will be really, really good if they draw it. I guess they actually don't have that much mana for non-artifacts, though. Balance would take us off of library. Yeah, I think I want to take Balance here. And then hopefully we can find Duress before they draw Black Source. Wait, well, yeah, having library active for as long as possible is good. Let's take the Balance. Now we will draw a card. And then play Mox. Okay. Teferi was a decent draw. We still don't have blue mana, and we have both of our blue cards. Next turn, I guess we just... I mean, all we can do is draw cards right now. It's sort of funny. So they play the Tundra, play their Coercive Portal, and hit for 1, I guess. And then the question is, do we want to Assassin's Trophy this? That would give them black mana, though, so I don't think we want to do that. Really hoping we draw a spell that impacts the board here. Verdant Catacombs. So that does give us Assassin's Trophy. We'll play the Catacombs. And then I think I'm just going to draw a card now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we could draw here. We could draw the Duress. We could draw Mana Crypt and then play Golos or Teferi. Or even Fractured Identity, their Coercive Portal. There's a lot of things we could draw. Oh, we hit it! Yes! Now we can grab Underground Sea and play Teferi and tuck Metalworker. Is that what we want to do? If we tuck the Coercive Portal, they can just kill the Teferi. We could plus the Teferi, but then we're going to discard a hand size. That doesn't accomplish that much. Yeah, I think I'll just tuck the Metalworker. And then next turn, we'll Fractured Identity, the Coercive Portal. Possibly. And now, even if they Mind Twist us, we have Teferi in play. So as long as we have Teferi in play, like, we'll be able to rebuild our hand fairly quickly. They do have this Black Source, so they could Mind Twist us for 3. Which is sort of bad. I mean, we have Teferi down. But, like, if we're left with any of Golos, Fractured Identity, or Night's Whisper, we're okay. If they hit exactly these three, that would be quite bad. Okay, we have Golos. But they are going to be drawing 2 cards a turn with this Corrosive Portal. I think I might want to Assassin's Trophy that if we have enough mana. Rats. Alright, that was a good draw. Well, plus Mind Twist. Do we want to just twist them back? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we could twist them back, but they still have Corrosive Portal. Or we could Assassin's Trophy the Corrosive Portal and play Golos. Wait, oh no, this is perfect. We can yeah. Mind Twist them, then use Teferi's on tap ability. We were constrained on black mana. We have enough quantity of mana, but we only have 2 black sources. Or like 2 black/green sources. But with a Teferi on tap, we're fine. So we'll go player land, Mind Twist you for 3. They can Mind Twist us for 3. We can Mind Twist them for 3. And this one will be better because we're emptying their hand. Okay, it was just lands. We will go to our untap step, or our end step, which is also our untap step, and then Assassin's Trophy this. And they have a lot of mana, so they have a lot of live top decks, but we have Teferi, and we have a good hand too, so I really like our position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So even if we draw land, we can't play both of these next turn. I think we play Golos. Well, they top deck something. 7 mana for an artifact? Is this like a Mirror Battlesphere? I wouldn't care that much about a Wormcoil Engine. Looks like a Wormcoil Engine. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's a good card, but in this situation, we have ways to block it while drawing extra cards. I guess we are at 12. Regrowth was a very good draw. Oh, wait, yeah, let's just Regrowth and then Fractured Identity. That's got to be the right play. Regrowth is so good with Fractured Identity. This card is amazing if you can cast it once. I guess we didn't cast it once this game, but, like, if you could play 2 Fractured Identities in a game, you will win that game, unless your deck just does literally nothing else for the entirety of it. And it's also nice to have this as installation if they make you discard your Fractured. I do feel a little bad for our opponent. We've had very good draws against them, but oh nice, they're being a good sport about it. That's awesome. All right, awesome opponent. Dolt to him. You're great. Hope you get to see this video. If you see it, comment, and I will like and reply to your comment. We have exactly 2,600 active players. Oh, Dolt to him maybe just logged off. And then we have 10 trophies. Yeah, we're right there, tied for 4th at the moment with 2 other people. One more would take sole possession of 4th, and then the one after that would get us into 2nd. All right, we're a high roller over here with our 6. We will be on the play. Wow, this hand has turn 2 Teferi. That is awesome. I love this. All right, wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this can get a white source. Or I mean a blue source. Actually, I'm having. Do we have? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Devoted Druid. Okay, even if we don't draw, if we don't have white source, we'll just Shriekmaw this. Oh, bummer. Okay, yeah, that's too bad. So we'll grab Overgrown Tomb. Still a good start though. I'm not too worried about this. There's a Needle Spires. That still doesn't help us. So let's go Mox Pearl, Shriekmaw, and Needle Spires. Obviously, we want to hold this Mana Crypt as long as possible. It does become less and less valuable the more you hold it. So there's a chance we end up just not playing this card this game, which would be a little unfortunate, but, you know, not terrible. They play Search for Tomorrow. Okay. Llanowar Elves. I'm not going to Toxic Deluge to kill this. Ooh. All right. Well, now the Mana Crypt's helping us. We'll go Plains, Mana Crypt, Golos, So we have white, red, black. Yeah, we have all of the colors except blue. So this is perfect. We can just grab a... I guess we get one of these blue tapped lands. Wait, we don't have a... Oh, we have Underground Sea as our one fetchable blue land. But we could get Deserted Beach or Shipwreck Marsh. I guess we get Shipwreck Marsh because we only have one black source. And now, actually, we cannot spin Golos next turn because we need this for blue, and we only have one green/black source. So we do need one more black source to be able to spin Golos. If we draw that, I probably would just do that, and then otherwise we can play Teferi, and either way, we're in great shape. They have 6 mana, so they could play like a Primeval Titan or something. Oh, Storm the Festival. We'll see what they hit here. I love this card, but I think it's at its best in decks that, in like Bant. It's really good if you can be putting like Teferi and Gideon Jura and stuff into play. If you're putting like, a Mana Dork and a Tireless Tracker, that's only okay. Oh, well, all right, that's a pretty good one for the opponent. And unfortunately, Pelukrinos means we cannot Toxic Deluge without killing our own Golos. Night's Whisper. Okay, let's play that, and we can still play Teferi. Great draw. So we'll go land, blue, white, oh wait. Teferi. Okay, great draw. Yeah, that's a really good draw. We can play that and then play... Well, I guess Deluge would kill this. We'll see, but for now we're just passing. And we can hold up Assassin's Trophy. I would prefer to not play it if possible because giving the mana does build them back up towards flashing this back. Man, that was actually a really good hit. Muldrifter is sweet with Storm the Festival. Nature's Claim my Golos. Okay, in response, we'll Assassin's Trophy there. Well, no, we'll wait. There's no reason to do it in response. It could influence how they attack. They might send this to Teferi and these at us. Okay, they send both at Teferi. Good play. Assassin's Trophy or Pelukrinos. This Mana Crypt is a bit of a liability since we're paying a lot of life and we don't have ways to gain life at the moment. This will gain life, but they probably won't have a way to kill this. Yeah, this should be pretty good. Lisa, Forgotten Archangel. Pretty sweet card, honestly. It's like not broken by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just like a nice value play that's like has just enough benefit. I mean, the fact flying lifelink, it's graveyard hate. It helps use. Oh, they're taking our mana crypt. I'm actually very happy about. Well, actually, that's scary because it means they can use the mana, but I didn't want the mana crypt in play. They're down to 1 card, so they're probably just banking on flashing this back. We will plus Teferi. Inquisition of Kozilek. All right, let's play Lisa. We can't play Toxic Deluge also, so there's no reason not to fire off this Inquisition. I don't think it'll hit. Oh, no. That's just game. Because they can pay all our life with Toxic Deluge. So we need to hope they don't play it for some reason, but there's no way that happens. It costs 10. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That sucks. I think we would be in decent shape. Well, no, we would still probably die because they would tuck our own Teferi. Yeah. Assuming they do play the Emrakul, we die. That's a tough card for us to beat. Yeah. All right. GG, opponent. If this Inquisition was a Thoughtseize, we'd probably win this game. All right. Emrakul is a very, very good card against us. Do we have any ways to beat that? Rakdos' Return can knock it out of their hand. Unfortunately, neither of Inquisition and Duress can. We don't have that many red sources, though. It's literally just this one Needle Spires, which we happen to draw there, but that won't happen much. Oblivion Stone could be good in this matchup. I definitely want the creature removal. Maybe we cut Karmic Guide for Oblivion Stone. Yeah, I think that's a good play. They don't have that much removal. We're on the play. This hand is really close because if we draw one land, Night's Whisper will probably get us another land. We have a Board Sweeper, which is probably one of our best cards in the matchup. We have Fractured Identity, which is just amazing. So the hand has a lot of the pieces, but obviously being one lander is not good. I think I'm actually going to risk it. Even if we miss our second land drop but we get to Inquisition them, that's fine. If we miss our second land drop for 2 turns in a row, we're in really bad shape. But if we draw our second land here, I think this is like one of our best hands that we could have. And this is a bad matchup. In general, the better the matchup is, the more aggressively I'll mulligan, because I think that like you can win with like a decent 5 if you have like a really naturally good matchup. But this is a tough matchup. We need to have basically perfect draw, I think. And this is a perfect draw if we have a land on the top. So I'll take the like 90% chance of winning we have, or maybe 80% if we draw like a couple lands of this hand, and then the 50% chance of just losing if we don't hit it, over mulling to 5 or something, and then like just hoping that can somehow get there. Okay, a lot of mana on turn 1. Okay, we draw the land. I think we're still going to play Inquisition on turn 1 and play Night's Whisper next turn. Okay. They can play Thragtusk soon. I mean, this is just going to be tough. Their hand grinds very well. We need to find Mind Twist, pretty much. I'll pass back to them. I think we want to get blue with this Bloodstained Mire. I really wish this could get a blue-white land, but it can't. They can play a Thragtusk next turn. If we get black-white, that does give us Wrath of God. Actually, Wrath of God, I think, more important in the short run. Yeah, I think we want to get that. And then we'll be able to find a blue source off of this Night's Whisper, hopefully. Ooh, good draw. Yeah, let's just fire that off, actually. Okay. That was pretty good. If they draw land, they can play Storm the Festival next turn. But we got Emrakul gone. That's nice. Nice, tapped land. That's very good for us. Now, hopefully we can draw... Okay, a land. That was the key first part. Now we draw 2. And it's perfect. We can play Wrath next turn. So we just need to hope that their Storm the Festival hits creatures. And we have great mana now. We can get green with Golos and activate it. We can play all our spells. They're a pretty long way away from flashing this back. They do have a Raging Reed, but they can't activate it right now. They don't have another source of red. Just more mana. I mean, they have red. They have plenty of red now, but that's fine. I think we're just going to oust this to mess up one of their draw steps, and then plan on playing Murder or Swift End on the Raging Ravine when they attack with it. That does mean, oh yeah, we still have another answer to Planeswalkers with the Fractured Identity. I think they're just doing Raging Ravine. Oh, nope. Green Suns for 6. Unfortunate that they top decked this. They can get Primeval Titan. Okay, I'm just going to take a draw step. Well, yeah, let's take the draw step. If we draw an untapped land and can Fractured Identity this, that would be amazing. Because we have a great hand, but not enough mana. So Primeval Titan would be super strong for us. They will be able to Flashback Storm the Festival next turn, but Primeval Titan will be bigger than... I mean, this can only get things that cost 5 or less, so Primeval Titan should be bigger than anything they get. And it can also block their man lands. So really, really want to draw a land here. We've seen 5, so we have 12 lands out of 26, just under 50%. Yes! That is amazing. All right, Fractured Identity or Primetime. Now we're the one with all the lands. I mean, they still have all the lands, but this is good. We can grab just 2 man lands, I guess. We have all our colors except green, so we'll grab Hissing Quagmire, Stirring Wildwood. And now Golos is going to be live very soon. Between the Murderous Rider and the Wrath of God, I'm not too afraid of stuff they could play here. Okay. We draw land, so we'll attack for 6. Grab Library of Alexandria, Overgrown Tomb. They could animate their Lumbering Falls and go for a triple block. And then we could Murderous Rider one of the things. Yeah, that would go very well for us. And now we can play, do we want to play Golos? I think we want to play Golos here. So we'll go land, Golos, and hold up Murderous End. Grab, I guess, Windswept Heath, and then we can upkeep fetch so we don't draw the plains. There's an argument to just killing this, actually. But I don't think we need to do that. Oh, man. Okay, flashing this back, sure. Alright, they concede. So, take down game 2. Other than Emrakul, this actually should be a pretty good matchup. We have a lot of ways to kill their things. And, like, you know, Fractured Identity and stuff. Do we want to change anything for game 3? How good is Oath of Druids? Oath is actually maybe pretty good. Like, we could add this. Oath is not very good with Murderous Rider, but it's pretty good against all the other cards. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think this seems pretty strong in this matchup. Do we want to cut the Murderous Rider? I don't think we can do that. Do we want to cut Oblivion Stone? It's a little expensive. And then we need one more cut. Maybe Bitter Blossom. They can just go over the top of this pretty easily. Yeah, that's and we're already paying a decent amount of life for other cards. Let's run it like this. Okay, good hand. We can potentially play a turn... Dragon Lord of Tarka doesn't look very good. That would be better as... Well, I don't know if it'd be better as Bitter Blossom or Oblivion Stone. It's a little dicey to go turn 1 land, Mana Crypt, Bitter Blossom with a Deluge in hand. But we'll definitely keep it. Library is good. Hopefully they don't have a super fast draw. Okay, Island Preordain is exactly what we wanted to see on turn 1. Turn 3 Elspeth should be... Or turn 4 Elspeth, I guess, should be pretty solid. They put 2 cards on the bottom. That's good for us also. It's in Quagmire, all right. Draw a card. I guess we just go to discard here. We could play Mana Crypt. Or we could go land Toxic Deluge for 1. But I think it's fine to just discard a swamp here. We don't need all these swamps. And now we can just draw another card. We're not going to take damage off of the Mana Crypt. Because our life total, again, will be relevant in this game. Alright, now we'll Deluge. So we draw a card. We could also just Banishing Light. No, let's just go... Okay, I think it's worth it to play... Well, if we play Mana Crypt, we're paying down to 15 life. And we have Mana Crypt in play. Is that worth drawing a card? Alternatively, we could just Banishing Light this Pelucranos. I guess our plan is to play Elspeth next turn. Okay, given that we're playing Elspeth next turn, we actually are going to have a clock. So I think we can afford to have the Mana Crypt in play. So we're going to go cast Mana Crypt, play Toxic Deluge for 5 life, draw a card, then play Bloodstained Mire and fetch up a white source, end of turn. And now we're dead. This deals 1.5 damage per turn, so on average we're dead in 10 turns. They're also going to deal some damage to us, but I think the Elspeth will be fast enough. So we grab Godless Shrine tapped, then untap, and flip a heads. Nice. Ooh, that's got to be better this turn, actually. We can just Mind Twist their whole hand. They have 4 cards, so we go Island, Library, Mind Twist for 4. Now, if they top deck a untapped land, they can attack us with Raging Ravine, which is actually a little bit scary. Okay, they did draw the land. So we go down to 10. So we're going to need to win some of these Mana Crypt flips. Or draw something that gains life. The Raging Ravine is no longer a problem. It's just the Mana Crypt. Tails this time? Yes. Windswept Heath is not very good. Although it actually does give us access to Dragonlord Atarka. But let's go... We have an Overgrown Tomb. I definitely don't want to fetch Shock. The question... Okay, we could... Actually, we don't. There's no need to library anymore. All that matters is just closing out the game. So we're just going to play it safe and do it like this. We cast Elspeth and then play Hissing Quagmire tapped. And then next turn... Oh, wait, no. We can't even get red mana. Never mind. Yeah, we can just play the Swamp. We're not going to be able to play this Atarka for a while either way. So we'll go Swamp. This way we get to draw a card. Hymn to Torok is a bad one. But Elspeth is a good one. There's not really anything they could play here that we would care about except for, I guess, Questing Beast. Oh, no. Do they have the Questing Beast in their deck? We could kill it, but it would put us to 6, and then we die to 2 Mana Crypt flips. Okay, sweet. We managed to take down Multicolor Green. Honestly, that actually should be a good matchup. I think Emrakul is very, very good against our deck, but the rest of their deck is pretty terrible against us, so I'm not surprised we were able to take them down in a very nice amount of minutes. We are on the play... we have our opponent for game 3. Hopefully we're on the play. Also, hopefully we actually have an opponent. Okay, nice. Sweet. We rolled another 6. That's a good sign. And this hand is good. I mean, well, it has library. That's what it does. So if they're playing a really aggressive deck, this hand is bad. But against anything that's trying to play a long game at all... Library of Alexandria is incredibly good, and is especially good alongside all the discard. Between Duress, Inquisition, Hymn to Torok, and Mind Twist, we have a lot of ways to attack their hand, and hopefully Library can draw us into them. Oh no. Okay, that's obviously the worst case scenario. That's like significantly worse than Mono White even, but we'll see what we can do. Draw a card. Godless Shrine tapped. Jeez. Yeah, this is really bad. Although, actually with Toxic... Okay, Toxic Deluge was our best draw. That's pretty sweet. So we can go Beach, Deluge for 2. We don't even have to pay much life because their creatures are tiny. We're probably just not casting this Night's Whisper this game. I don't know if we can afford to pay that much life. Draw a card. And then do we want to just cast this as a 2/3 or hold this up to kill their thing? I guess I'll kill their thing. Yeah, I think that's worth it. And then I'm not worried about them playing a Planeswalker because we have Fractured Identity for their next play. Ooh, okay, well that will hit us once, but then we can get rid of it in the next turn. So let's Swift End, targeting this. Against this, it would have been better to just cast it, probably. But this is fine. We take 5. Then Fractured Identity there, Hazaret. Okay, we want to avoid playing that if at all possible. This is not very good for us, but it just means they don't have it. Shrine of Burning Rage, okay. We can get the Lisa down now. Okay, they Firebolt us. If we can start gaining life with the Lisa, we should be able to win. So we'll play this. Play this. And pass. We die to a Bolt off the top. But otherwise, if we can start gaining 4 life a turn, that'll be really good. Lodestone Golem. Okay, that's not a problem. So let's attack for 4 in the air. And we Actually, yeah, we can. We have. Well, no, our spells cost one more. So without playing the Mana Crypt, we can't play Gonti and Murderous Rider. Let's play the Gonti then. Actually, they could just if they wait. Well, they could sack their shrine to kill our Gonti. Well, let's play the Gonti. Hopefully, we hit something that we can use from them. Mox Ruby. That doesn't help us, actually. We could take Layla. The question is just, are we okay with putting Mana Crypt into play? That just seems so bad. All that matters is our life total here. Yeah, I'm just going to take Young Pyromancer. Play this. Do we play the Mana Crypt and Young Pyromancer? That does give us more blockers. Okay, I think this is worth it. It's really close, but the fact that we don't have to fetch, I think, pushes it over the edge. Now we have two blockers, so they're not going to be able to attack us on the ground. Yeah, I think this is worth it. And then we might, if we draw land, I think I'll just play Karmic Guide and get nothing back, and so we can attack with Hazoret. Okay. Untap. Tails. No! Okay, that's really bad. Let's play Bloodstained Mire. Play Karmic Guide. And then attack with these three. So if we go up to 10 life, that I feel pretty good about where we're at. We're hitting them for 9, so they're down to 7. So we can almost definitely kill them next turn. They can crack their shrine in a turn to put us to 7, and then firebolt us to put us to 5. But then we still might be able to win the flip. We also get Conti back. Char the face. Okay, that puts us to 6. And then this goes up to 5. So, yeah, this is a little dicey. If they draw a red spell that costs 1, they can kill us. Or if we lose the Mana Crypt flip, they kill us. What? What are you doing? They could have won. Oh my gosh. They forgot about the Mana Crypt. So they could have just sacrificed this and put us to 1, and then there's a 50% chance that we just die. But I guess they forgot about the Mana Crypt and thought that they were 1 damage short. That's so funny. All right, well, I thought we were dead, but... I thought it was a 50-50 chance. If our next card was a spell, we would have lost the flip. Boom! Guaranteed we were going to lose, but they conceded. All right, this is a tough matchup, but we managed to steal game 1, which is great. Hopefully we can take one of games 2 and 3. We have a lot of things that pay life. I do not love that. I think we get rid of Bitter Blossom. Karmic Guide actually is pretty good here. Deluge is worth it, even though it does pay life. I guess we actually don't have that many things to pay life. Just that and then the Murderous Rider. And Night's Whisper, actually. That's a little dicey. But what are we... do we want to do the Oath thing again? I guess so. Yeah, I think this is a fine way to do it. And in this matchup, just putting Murderous Rider into play with Oath is actually totally reasonable. 2-3 with lifelink is solid. Yeah, I think this makes our deck a little bit better against Burn, which is a huge part of their deck. So yeah, we'll submit it like this. All right, very good hand. I think I will Library on turn 1, but it depends. Actually, Well, yeah, we'll see what they do. Goblin Guide. Okay, if they give us a land, I'm definitely just gonna Inquisition them. Okay. So if we play land Inquisition, we can't library for the rest of the game unless unless they give us a land with the Goblin Guide. But I still actually think it's worth it here. I just don't want to fall behind. We can outgrind them either way. Oh my gosh, their hand is terrible. Well, I sort of wish that I had just passed then. Hopefully they give us land so we can get on library. No land. Do we him to Torok? No. Let's just play library and pass. They can hit us for 4. Gonti will be good here. Oof. Okay. Well, that's bad. I think we will Assassin's Trophy that. Dang, I really wanted to get a land there. So we library. Then unfortunately we need to shock here. Yeah, I think we're going to die this game. Their hand was so bad, but we're just losing to this one Goblin Guide. Well, maybe we're not dead. We go to 5. Kill their Layla. Play Gonti, which actually holds their team back fairly well. They can put us to 3, and then we're dead to any burn spell. We need to make sure to kill this before they attack, because otherwise they'll be able to cast the card if they hit a spell. Take 4. Man, this Goblin Guide is not giving us lands. And it's giving us a terrible card. We cannot play that, so we'll play Gonti. Okay, let's take... Revoker can't shut down the factory, so let's take Pyromancer because it makes blockers. We could play it this turn, but can we win if we have Mana Crypt in play? Probably not. We can't Banishing Light our own Mana Crypt. Yeah, we're just going to die if we do that, so we just need to pass. It's possible we're supposed to just side out Mana Crypt. I think it's still worth it to play, but maybe not. Okay, so if they attack with both, we'll just block the factory. Finally, they give us land. And it's a painless land, luckily. Do they have the burn spell? Sulfuric Vortex. Well, we go to 1. We're not dead. Oh, wait, we don't have white for Banishing Light. We need to top deck a white source. Not the ones I had in mind. We have one more draw. All right. So we lose game 2, despite the fact that they had a sketchy hand. I don't know, really. I mean, Library is just not very good in this matchup. I think it's still worth playing, but it's not great. I think we just run it back. I guess we could bring in the O-Stone, which kills Sulfuric Vortex. But no, I think we're just going to run it like this. We're on the play. A lot of tapped lands. This hand is pretty bad. Turn 2 or turn 3 Murderous Rider. We have all our colors. All right, I will keep it, but it's actually this is so bad. Maybe we probably should have mulliganed, because the ability that this goes on the bottom of its library is really, really bad when we have Karmic Guide in our hand. Karmic Guide should probably just not be in the deck, actually. Yeah, we don't have that many creatures. It is very good with Shriek Maw, but that's pretty much it. Factory Beaumont Courier is a strong start for the opponent. Okay. I think we're just fetching a Underground Sea here and killing the Porcelain Legionnaire with the Swift End. There's an argument for killing the Beaumont Courier too, but I think I want to preserve my life total. The next turn we'll play Stirring Wildwood and Hardcast Murderous Rider. Do they have the Sulfuric Vortex? It's going to be really hard to win if they do. Rampaging Ferocidon. That's also very good against us. I think we still cast this. I mean, yeah, we're going to lose this game. We play this, take 1, play the Wildwood. This holds back the Beaumont Courier, but they'll just attack and then crack it for 4 cards, probably. We need to find a way to kill the Rampaging Ferocidon immediately. Alright, we take 3 down to 10. Okay, I'm just going to tap all my lands. Actually, no. Let's... I mean, it doesn't really matter. We could... No, I'll tap all the lands. Okay, that's a good draw. Well, not even, though. Yeah, this is just a nightmare matchup. We can't gain life because of the Rampaging Ferocidon. We can at least block it. I guess if we get this into play and then draw a way to kill the Ferocidon, then we're good. Next turn, we need to tap 3 things. So if we top deck a land and play Mana Crypt, we could play Lisa next turn. But then we're already going down to 7. Oh, they're also just going to wasteland us. Yeah. Okay. I mean, is it worth taking my draw step? Is there anything in our deck we could draw? I guess if we top deck Toxic Deluge, we could win. No, we're tapping 3 permanents. Yeah, we can't win. No, we could. We could play Mana Crypt. Okay. I'll take 1 draw step. We survive if we top deck exactly Toxic Deluge and go down to 4 life with a Mana Crypt in play and no prospects of killing them quickly. They can also put us to 2 with a Factory. But our out is to just try and somehow get to Lisa. And this is all conditional on drawing Toxic Deluge. Alright. That's a tough matchup. I think we were going to really have a hard time beating Mono Red. We got game 1 in a very lucky fashion. We just top decked Toxic Deluge on turn 3. But that was going to be our worst matchup. A lot of our cards paid life, and we could not close out the game very quickly. Oof. All right. At long last, we're able to go here. So this was our deck. It was pretty sweet. It was black, white, mid-range, splashing all the colors. We actually never spun Golos, so... But Assassin Trophy was solid. Regrowth was solid. I think it was probably worth it to build it this way. We lost to Mono Red, which I do think is a tough matchup between Mana Crypt, Murderous Rider, Toxic Deluge, Bitter Blossom, Night's Whisper. We're paying a lot of life, and these threats aren't amazing against them. Karmic Guide was a great underperformer. This was not very good for us. But a lot of the other cards were solid. Mind Twist was great. Elspeth was great. Fractured Identity, Teferi, obviously great. Lisa was nice for the life gain. I think that's not great in every deck, but if you're paying a lot of life, which I guess base black decks tend to do, then the lifelink is pretty relevant. We never got to do Oath, unfortunately. That would have been pretty sweet. But this was a good deck. I think black-white is not a very powerful color combination in general, but we were able to make a build that was competitive, and we were in the contention for the trophy. We were up 2 matches and up 1 game in the finals, but could not quite get there, but still a pretty sweet league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.